Alright, welcome back to another stream. We have a tornado warning ongoing in Kansas. It is also a confirmed tornado. Well, it's observed because we had a couple of reports out here in near Atwood. Let me go back a little bit here. The second one I know disappeared somewhere. But we had one report up here, which was significant wind damage, power pole snapped, farm equipment damage from possible quick tornado. And oh, there we go. There's the other report. I'm like, where's the other report at? But it was hiding behind the chaser icons. But yeah, there's the other one. And I'll close that out real quick here. And looking at the latest scans, at least for velocities, this looks like it would be the area to be focusing on for an area rotation here. Doesn't seem like there's anything as of note in terms of CC, but let me pull up actually I do have storm. I was about to say let me pull up a chaser cam on the side here, but there is actually one up right now on my side, which was I have tornado Pagey up on the side here. I think all the storm chasers are like just to the east of this right now with this tornado warning storm. See here. Trying to do something, but YouTube is not wanting to work properly as per usual. Because why would it ever want to work properly? Apparently, the notification on things not going towards my Discord either. I don't know what's up with that. I think you notify me bot might be down again. Probably. Oh no, it's on. I don't know why it's not sending a notification. It's not showing stream. Oh wait, it's showing now. It's showing my stream on YouTube now. I don't know what's up with that. A lot of issues with that, I guess. All right, let's see here. Take a quick look at CC because that looks like it would be a debris center, but latest scans that just came in as of a few minutes ago. Not really seeing anything on CC other than maybe a little bit of something in there, but otherwise right now is mainly rotation. That appears to be. Yeah, that is definitely area rotation because if you go up in tilts here, I mean it's a little bit behind now because the latest scan for velocity just came in, but that would be your rotation. It's gonna be making its way southeast towards Achilles and Kansas here. The latest scan came in again, and rotation looks a little bit more broad than it was on the last scan. I am warm in my room right now. Again, I swear that's I need a. Well, wait, is my fan right? It is down here. Okay, I'm like, do I have my fan down here? But I do. Because literally yesterday in my room, it was like a sauna. I'm like, oh my god. Why is it so warm in my room, man? Still feels warm in my room now, actually. No, let me turn on my fan. I don't know how much of that's going to pick up on the mic, but we'll figure it out when we get there, I guess. Although I imagine probably while I'm talking, it'll probably pick it up maybe, because that's how it was at my dorm setup. Doesn't seem like because maybe it's the microphone filters I put on OBS, but it doesn't seem like it's picking up too much. I move my mic to in front of me because that way I can project my voice a little bit easier and clearer. But this is also not. I mean, this is not the first tornado report we had all day either. We did have one near northwest of Stratton, which was report according to MPing report. A small tornado just touched the ground briefly for a few seconds, then lifted and is trying to drop again just west of Stratton. So there's that. Oh, now the Discord bot sends a stream notification in my Discord. Great. Better late than never, I guess. Okay, I need to. I know I have this at like. Oh, it's actually at 4 hours. I need to go back down to like 2 hours. Because another thing that we've that this has been kind of doing for a little while with these cells here, where I mean, I'll go back a little bit. So we had this initially, and then we started having a bunch of mergers with that cell. You can see this actually cycling as we go through our frames here, and then this cell started popping up from all our mergers, and this all converging together here. And it looks like we had the case where it recycled its rotation all the way down here and produced a couple times. Oh, we actually have another tornado core here. 5:07 p.m. Central Time. Multiple reports from a chaser of a tornado crossing Highway 36. Also, latest scan just came in again here. That is, let me take a look so I can tell if it's not super behind. Okay, let me go back real quick here to this. How far back did I go? Or what did I set it at? 2 hours or 4 hours? Right. So I think we should be up to date maybe now. Hold on, let me refresh real quick. Because I might just bugged out the whole thing here. Let me see what it looks like on. Yeah. So I somehow managed to bug out Weatherfront apparently. Okay, great. That's totally optimal. Totally not an issue at all. Yeah, why is it like that? Hold on, I need to refresh Weatherfront completely probably. Or is it legitimately just broken out not weatherwise, Weatherfront again? Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, I accidentally did that. Did not mean to minimize the window. Into the thingy. Yeah, so here's the latest scan here, which let me actually check on weatherwise here. Because there's no way that there was that big of a gap between scans on Weatherfront. Yeah, there's not that big of a gap in scans on Weatherfront. Or there was on Weatherfront, but not on just general radar here. Because if you go on weatherwise here, you can see tight couplet here. It's a mostly rural area, but this could be going towards Achilles in Kansas here. Probably within the next 10 minutes or so. Ugh. I had pizza earlier. I think I'm having pizza hiccups now. Right, waiting for the next scan to come in. Checking between. Because Weatherfront's behind right now for some reason. Usually is up to date as fast as weather-wise and all that, but I don't know what's going on there. But look here. Where is? Well, I don't know why I'm mainly. I know the keybind for it. I don't know why I'm mainly scrolling. Not really seeing anything on CC. But I mean, velocity couplets there. Wouldn't be surprised if we. I mean, oh wait, hold on 1 second. 10 minutes ago, tornado port. So it's 5:19. Let's see here. Trying to see what the storm chasers are seeing here. Cause see if the CFTV do have a tornado on the ground here, because I mean we do have a tight couplet. Which means you can have a tight couplet and not have a tornado on the ground, but I can't imagine this not being a tornado on the ground right now. One second. All right. Also zooming in, getting chroma keyed out because everything's so green on here. Oh wow, we actually got a wind report here from 2 minutes ago. 89 mile per hour wind report over near Atwood. I'm gonna close up Weatherfront again real quick and then start a new window for it because I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Weatherfront's having some kind of issues or something. What about what's the other nearest radar site to look at here? Well, the radar site in Blue Hill in not Kansas, Nebraska is up to date. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Weatherfront today. Unless I pressed the button that broke it, that's possible. So I managed to somehow press buttons that like break a thing. We'll say what the latest scan here. Let me look here. This is 529, it's 531. It's like I mean, still rotation in there, but it's like it's shifted back over here, so it might not have a tornado on the ground here. It's just really tight area rotation. We also have a new radar showing on top of this. Warned for both tennis ball size hail and also 90 mile per hour winds. So not only do we have not only do we have the hail threat, but we also have wind threat and also tornado threat on this one cell right now. Also, if you heard that, that was me adjusting the gain on my phone. Alright, we'll see if they keep this as observed. They might not. We'll see. Because I know they, well, I mean, there was this tornado report from a little bit ago, so we'll see we'll see what they do with this tornado warning in a few moments or so. Also, another thing to note, I guess, actually a very historical thing to know, actually, is today is 1 year since Enderlin, which is the first EF5 since first EF5 in like 12 years. And then also that day too, there was also the derecho, which that was definitely a long evening into overnight hours with both the tornado threat and then also the derecho, because with the the bookend vortex. There was like 100-mile-per-hour winds on the backside. Which actually, National Service Bismarck actually, well, let me see here. What the. So, there were. Okay, let's see. So, with the post that National Service Bismarck made, 26 confirmed tornadoes, including EF5 tornado near Enderline. Around a dozen hail reports with a large around 3 inches north of Jamestown. And there were over 100 wind reports that day, and the strongest gust being a 101. Another tornado report came in, it looks like. Although this one was much later than this one, it looks like. Let me load up weather front again, see if it's fixed itself. Yeah, so looks like, yeah, it appears to be that weather front's just having probably some data issues or something. Because, I mean, weather-wise, it's loading frames fine, but it's like, our front's having like these big gaps in radar updates that weather-wise is not. Can look at the reports though, I will say. So that one report that we were looking at, this one right here. That is, if I can click back over to weatherfront here. TDS observed on radar, tornado debris signature. And then we got 2 more that just came in. And another one actually just came in 5 minutes ago, looks like. So we have another one. So we have, well, technically, no, there's one up here. So it's about 7 tornado ports on this one cell. There's also a flash flood warning too on this in this section. Let me take a look at storm total precip on this. So yeah, that's quite a bit of rainfall. Because this is one portion of, well, both Nebraska and Kansas that's been, the rainfall has been training over this area for probably an hour, I would say, about. Maybe a little longer than that. Let's see here. Trying to see if we have anything else. Because I'm trying to see. Trying to see if we got any well, Star Chaser's posting like photos or videos or something over on like Twitter or something. But I would imagine, I mean, I know we had tornado reports on this, but I imagine we have a little bit of rain wrapping on this. Where is my meso analysis at? I know. Oh wait, it's my meso analysis is literally on the window I have up for. It's literally on the window I have up for everything else. Okay, great. Yeah. That that's I mean, it's better than it being under like 300 different like windows, I guess. No, I'm leaving my laptop on. And then I also need to I need to get a duster and brush some of that dust off this monitor here. Probably the same thing for this one here. Actually, let me just do a. There we go. Okay. All right, now to get this on. Oh, I did not want to turn on inspect element. Like that, and then I am. And then I need a split view. Oh, I need to click on split view. And then there we go. All right, so this can get out of the way. That's a severe gust of wind there. All right. Also, change of shirt too. Have a bit something different other than a white t-shirt for. Well, I know I wore a gray shirt, gray camo shirt yet last stream, but change up the well, I wouldn't say theme, but change up the I don't know style. I don't know. I don't know. That is clear air contamination there. Because our couplet would be over here. Although, let me, I know there is Storm Relative on here. Holy blue. That's about, it was about as blue as my shirt, actually. Actually, now that, let me look at CC again here. Because that looks like it would be a debris signature here. Let me see what that would line up like with the velocity. Because, I mean, my headset shocked me. Well, not really shocked me, but doing whatever I just did right into my right ear. And then looking at latest scans for velocity, definitely a good bit of wind over here. So I would not be surprised if we let me see what this what radar's getting from this section here. So like 67 mile per hour winds. That's probably translating to probably 50, 60 at the wind at 50, 60 at the surface probably. And they are continuing this as observed. And yeah, there we go. Yeah. It's so let me actually take a quick look. Confirmed tornado was located 9 miles southeast of Ludo, or 10 miles southeast of Atwood, moving south at 10 mile per hour. That is a slow mover. That is oh, I mean that's not fast. It's definitely a slow mover there. Yeah, weather-wise appears to be appears to let me actually hold on one second. Let me check the because I also have because there's also because there's also the dev app as well. Okay, that's working fine. I don't know what I did to the regular regular one. I don't know what happened. I mean, the dev app is basically the same thing as the regular. Oh, let me do something real quick. What do you mean incorrect email password? No, let me give me the yeah. Can't speak. Oh, works fine on the regular app. Okay, that's all right. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. To like diagnose, trying to diagnose whatever's going on with the main Weatherfront app. All right. So yeah. Looks like what the Weatherfront's app is the main one's not gonna be an option. All right. Hillport. That's a golf ball size hillport there. Let me hold on. Let me check something on. I check something here. Try to see what's going on here with the Weatherfront app while I'm at it. Because things have, I mean, frames are loading in, but they're very slow for some reason. Not sure what's up with it. Oh, knows. I still got another 10 minutes on this tornado warning that still has an observe tag on it. Where is? 'Cause I haven't looked at the streams on the side here in a minute. All right, so looks like Tornado Pagey is like right near this thing, or what? If there no this, or at least where there would be a tornado, but not really saying too much on the ground there. Although this is, I was about to say the Sandhills, Nebraska, but this is not the Sandhills, Nebraska. It's Nebraska Sandhills are over here, but it does look like Nebraska Sandhills down here in a way. It's a new severe warning has to be warned for 80-mile-per-hour winds, and no tornado pulse tag on that. And also looking at the south side of this as well, it looks like we do have more mergers that are coming in from the south and southwest here. So that'll cut off the tornado potential in the moment. And wow, that's quite a few outflow boundaries going on within the last few moments or so. And that's just initiating more storms too. That's kind of merging with all this. And from there, we'll probably start seeing, because I know on the community tab I mentioned from going from discrete to a MCS. I think we might start. I think we're starting to see that MCS I was talking about here. What's happening right now? Just joined. So we had well, I don't know how continuous a tornado was, but we had maybe a couple tornadoes on this cell here. There was one. It did produce like once up here in Nebraska, and then there was a couple times down here in Kansas, over near Atwood and Liddell, Kansas. And then we also had a 89 mile per hour wind report over near Atwood as well in Kansas. So for most, and then I would say for the most part, we've been seeing mainly a wind and hail threat for the most part so far. And then there's also this, well, there was a severe dust much all the way up here, which, what is the threat for all the way up here? There is a 2% up here with tornado threat, and hail at 5%, and then the wind with a 15, and also 5% with SIG 1 for hurricane force winds. Hurricane force damaging winds, which there is a Boeing segment up here. Don't have the greatest radar coverage in this section here. So it could just be a bunch of showers that are just really gusty up here. But we have had a big old cluster of winds and damaging winds up here. Had a couple of those being over 80. Oh my god. My nose is really itchy for some reason. Oh my god. Ugh. All right. I kind of fixed it with me twitching my nose, so I got bunny rabbit there. And then tomorrow, we do actually have another severe threat, which, let me pull that up here. I closed it out accidentally, but we have a big ol' slight risk right now from all the way from Nebraska into Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, into Illinois and Indiana again, and Kentucky. And we do have a corridor for tornado threat between Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana again tomorrow. We have a bit of a 2% tomorrow too up here in Kansas and Nebraska. Interestingly, probably for any brave tornadoes. And then here's your hail threat, which we have 2 areas for that. Which one being over here between Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri, and then between Colorado, Kansas, and Nebraska. And then there's a day 3, which I'm trying to get out. Let me out of the drawing tool. There is a slight risk out here between Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, and Virginia. Which I haven't looked at the discussion for that quite yet of what the Storm Prediction Center is going to be talking about or is thinking for that day. Because one thing is for, does that be Monday? Models are kind of all over the place for Monday when it comes to moisture placement. Oh, yeah, I should probably ask, how much rain did you get the other day? Because I know I know you said you had a 12-inch gauge for rain. I guessed half. I don't know if you I don't know how much you got from that. Kind of curious how close or far off I got from that. Yes. I still got another 2 minutes on this tornado warning. They haven't issued anything new in terms of the tornado warning, so I mean, I imagine they're probably gonna not. They mentioned they're probably not gonna issue a new one. Ugh, seriously, I know I had pizza earlier, but I don't need like a million hiccups in a row from it. It too, man. Come on. All right, we have a new mesoscale discussion out. We'll take a look at that. Wow. Okay. Holy. All right, so here is the mesoscale discussion out for both the tornado watch and then also the severe thunderstorm watch, and they have peak probability from 85 to 100 for wind, and then hail 2 inch to 3.5, and then tornado 100 to 125. So that's about like between EF1, EF2 intensity tornadoes. Which, if we do see any tornadoes, that's gonna be from any spin up tornadoes that we may see later. Let me take a quick look. I need to look at the discussion for this here. Actually, let me go back to the graphic here. They have the Storm Prediction Center highlighted this section of Kansas here for projected severe winds, swath location around 0004Z. So that's around like 8. That's around like 8 o'clock to around midnight, I think, near midnight. Yeah, because 04Z would be 10 o'clock, I think. Yeah. And then severe hail and some wind will persist for a few more hours. Severe wind threat may substantially increase later this evening. And then they have a convective outflow, which, I mean, we see right here. coming out of the storms, which that'll probably shove the storm southeast eventually. Which we actually are kind of seeing a southeast shift already. Alright, they did drop the confirm tag on it, but they're continuing the tornado warning, looks like. That's only going for 43 minutes too. That's still warned for tennis ball size hail. Also, I had I words. All right, let's see here. Is weather wise working fully now, or is it still like doing like the long intervals here? Yeah, it's still doing long intervals. I don't know what's up with it. Because weather-wise, it's doing like that's like 2 minute intervals on here. So I don't know what's going on with that. I know I probably sound like a broken record by that, but I don't know. I just wish some things would work a little bit here, or at least how they should be working, I guess. Let me check. Yeah, what? Let me see what the Radar Mega. Yeah, Radar Mega is doing the same thing. So I don't know what's going on with the data inflow on weatherwise. Yeah, weatherfront. Yeah, so weatherfront is gonna be a no go for today. It looks like. Yeah, wind report here. 60 mile per hour wind. Report. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that my mic has not picked up my fan, considering it's like right there. Because normally it would, but I guess not. Not today. I guess, huh? Unless it's just I mean, it's right there, so I expected to pick it up, but good thing it's not. No, I didn't click on that. 10. Oh, didn't want to do that. Yeah, you can see. Let me go. So this is what I'm kind of seeing on the weatherwise, where it's as these it's like jumping between like very long intervals in radar when those radar intervals are much shorter than what's going on, like actually going on. So I don't know if there was a setting I clicked on here or what that broke it, because you can see here's a loop every 2 hours, and this thing's doing like feels like well, it's going back 2 hours, but I don't know. Let's see. MRMS. That's just MRMS, multi-radar, multi-sensor. Let's see. Because I mean, I haven't changed. I know I changed the. Where is it at? It's in radar. Something sorts. General. Yeah, because I changed the warning feed to this, but I don't know what the difference is between this and that. The WFL2 and AWS. That's still like a 6-minute interval though. So I don't know. I don't know. Kind of weird. Alright, another shooter swing. That's all the way over in it looks like Utah there. D4 6 mile per hour wind gust. Readjusting. I'm sitting here. Let's see. Now, because I still haven't read the discussion for the mesoscale discussion from earlier, so now I can. Now I'm gonna actually read it. Let's see. Multiple high precipitation supercells with history of hail, 1 to 3 inches diameter, measured wind gusts of 90. Process of gradually merging along the Kansas-Nebraska border with the Alpha boundary noted across Cheyenne to Rawlins counties over into next couple hours. And more intense and discrete updrafts will persist with severe hail, with a few storms exceeding 2 inches in diameter. While storms may come out of the dominant, an additional tornado or two may still occur, giving a mild low shear concentrated along the warm front. Expected supercells expected to merge into an MCS. Middle lapse rates. Given them lapse rates, bulk shear. Roughly normal to expect MCS leading a line of rotation. It could become highly organized somewhere in the 0004Z period. Containing abundant gusts in 60 to 70 mile per hour wind range. Possibly reaching 85 to 100, as suggested by some of the latest ARRR and WAFs from. See, that's gonna be sphere industrial running for 60 mile per hour winds. That's gonna be up here in Wyoming. Ugh. Oh, what if I let me load up something real quick here. As my chair makes like 100 different squeaks. I'm gonna see what the what if it's just a browser thing? Yeah, it seems to be the case that it's just the browser. Because I went over to Firefox and it's working perfectly fine. So I gotta set up my color tables though, and then everything, and then everything else. Maps. Let's see. I need to medium gray 2. Go to that. Then I can turn off discussions. All right. Now that should be back in business in a second here with Weatherfront. Same. All right. Weatherfront. Okay, there we go. We are back in business with Weatherfront. See, this is how it should be showing. I don't know what what's going on. 2 hours. Yeah, there we go. Oh, let me check something between this and well, the browser here. 2 hours. See. Radar sources are the same. Oh, I forget. Okay, I just real. Okay, so I just found out I'm a complete idiot, and it's because I was on. It was the tilt I was on. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Oh my god. All right, so anyways, after whatever shenanigans I just had there with what yeah. So the issue wasn't Weatherfront itself, it was the tilt. It was literally the tilt I was on. Because I was on 0.9 tilt. I was like, oh, why is this coming at different 6-minute intervals? It's because I had to be on a low tilt to be on the 2-minute intervals. Amazing. All right. Anyways, now we are back in business now. After that, yeah. Now we can take a look at the winds here because this is the one section that we've had some pretty gusty winds, and yeah, still looks to be the same case where we had some gusty winds. Winter tries. I mean, once wherever the mesonets and all that are, that this will I mean, this should that corridor there will probably be picked up eventually. This is warned right now for 90 with this severe dust warning here. They took this one down to 70. Interestingly, this was at 90 earlier. This was, and I think this was at 80 earlier. This is warned for 2-inch ice hail instead of They took this down from tennis ball to golf ball, but this one is at 2-inch ice hail. All right, now we can look at the playback loop here, and yeah, you can see all those mergers in here, merging with this. Which this is, I mean, you can kind of see it's kind of almost like a bow. And that's what's gonna set forth our MCS. It looks like. Oh, I just saw something about. I just saw a poll. I just saw a post from Raxpol, which is mobile Doppler radar. They were up. Well, they posted this Strat. Okay, that is Stratton, Nebraska. There, so they're over here scanning. I'm pretty sure you can look at their data live too when they're like not moving. I think. Let me take a look if I can remember where to find it. That is. Or actually, they're actually live on YouTube. Interestingly, I didn't realize they were live on YouTube or were live on YouTube. Ah, there we go. That's the site I'm looking for. If it loads, Radar Hub. I don't know why I don't have I don't know why I don't have that. I don't know why I have this saved in my toolbar or something. Let me put this in miscellaneous. Because with how I put my folder, so yeah, forecasting, national resource, tropical, radar, and miscellaneous. Forecasting is your forecasting sites, although one of them, which is Corcio, that has a little bit more than just forecasting models, like Weatherfront. So it has forecasting models, and then you can also look at radar on it, which is actually kind of cool. I think I'd look at that. Do I have this? I think I should have it installed on my PC. I think. Let's see. I do. Got updated though. So give me 2 seconds. All right. So where is it at? Isn't the guy showing here? Of course, yeah. Or is it just gotta be blank? Cause yeah, it's just gonna be blank. Unfortunately. Okay. So I guess window capture is not gonna work for that. I don't know what. I swear if it's under game capture for some reason, I don't know what's gonna be with that. Okay, no, it's not. Okay. That's legit just I don't know if it's just OBS being OBS though, because sometimes OBS just doesn't want to work for certain things for some reason. But oh well. You know what? I may have to let me try and do something real quick here. Because if that doesn't want to work, I'll just pull up the because I was gonna pull up the desktop application version of it because it's there, but I guess that's not gonna want to work. And oh my god, this is lagging like absolute crazy as it loads up on the web browser version. All right, so here is Gorcio, and you have quite a few things on here. So you got your model data, you got radar, you got satellite, MRMS. Basically, kind of what you would. I mean, it's basically like kind of what you would see on well, Weatherfront, and then well, a lot of well, I don't know if Weatherwise. I know Weatherwise has probably the same things. I think. Although with Gorcio, it has you can look at. Let me go to. What is not that? I know there's a way I could because with what our update was, I think it was the either last update or current update where you can select different states. But I don't know how to do that though. Might be I'm guessing it's behind something. Yeah, here is the RTMA on here. And let me actually go to models. There are models that are locked behind well, subscription though, so they'll get everything. But you do get quite a bit of stuff. And then here's what it looks like with the upper air maps on Negorcio. Vorticity, I don't remember what that looks like on here. Because I don't use Gorcio enough. And you can actually edit layers on here too, so you can delete that and that and that. Lightning. Enable lightning. I thought there was a way I can enable like I thought there should be a way to enable alerts on here. Close that. But yeah, you can see basically the same thing as on other radar sites. So it's cool to look at, I will say. And it also shows you the beam height too. So you got about 4,000. This beam height is about 4,000 feet up here. What's this? LSR, that'd be storm ports. You got Rayups, which is your which that is gonna be your upper air data with balloon data. And then you also got ACARs, which is well, data from an airplane basically. And then you got vertical wind profiles on here, which takes vertical wind profiles from a radar site. There we go, I found it. It only took like a million years for me to find. Also, an interesting thing too that I haven't seen on Weatherfront yet. I imagine it's probably not a public feature yet, which is radar sweep, because that's what well, Garcia has. And you can look at your categorical outlooks. You can take a look at NATO cast, which honestly I haven't. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really look at NATO cast a whole lot, or at all, I should say. Just not. It's just not something I look at. I can't get this to go away. All right. Anyway, so go back to Weatherfront. Got more wind reports starting to pop up while this is going on. So we got 58 mile per hour wind report here, 60 mile per hour wind report here. Got a couple 60 mile per hour wind reports here. 61 mile per hour inflow measured on rooftop airmar anemometer. That's a try saying that 5 times fast. Yeah, fast. Yeah, I can't speak. At current location, and then there's another one, and that's the same thing with the anemometer there. Storm chaser measures 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Ambient weather station in Rexford got a 58 there. I don't know if we're gonna see any hail ports out of this because there's definitely some hail falling on over here. Because I mean, it's a very rural area, so I wouldn't expect too much in the way of hail ports. Winter ports, I think, are probably be probably a little well. Winter ports are definitely easier to I want to say they're easy to verify. Just considering the amount of like personal weather stations, you got mesonets, how bad are the storms? Well, right now, well, there's this actually just got upgraded to, well, I would say this got upgraded to a 90, but this is born for 90 right now with this one, and this one's born for 70. This one for the most part, it's definitely quite a bit of damaging wind gusts. Probably our worst. I guess if you say worst section, would probably be over here where we're getting most of our wind reports at right now. I think there's a new report up here. That is a whole code right there for our ambient weather station. Jesus. Definitely got a pocket of wind here. How far? Why is this not turned on here? We got a couple of wind reports up here too. Zero just wanting to see for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. I will say, I mean, other than a couple of reports so far that we've had, actually knocked my headset. In terms of like actual damage to wind so far that's been reported, so far none of them have been really. I mean, some of them have been. I mean, not that these aren't destructive winds. I mean, so far a lot of these reports so far haven't been in the range of like Hurricane 4 so far. Or if they are, they haven't made it to 75. They've been below that so far. I would expect that to kind of that's gotta probably change with the next probably hour or so probably. As this makes its way south. I don't know if that answers the question or not, but I guess that should hopefully give it an idea of what we're looking at. Let's see. Oh wait. The Rax polls. It's online. Updated 12 minutes ago. They're down near where are they near? They're what? They're east of Colby right now. Which is this they're in this section right here. I did not realize. Oh, I mean, it's a radar, so I would imagine there'd probably be more than one tilt, but didn't realize there was that many tilts. 0, 0. Holy, yeah, that's yeah, that really tells you how sensitive. I forgot what the Raxpol has for its radar for its band. I can't remember if it's a like an X band or something like that. Looking at latest scans here, some spots this section here is getting to like 80s, which I mean we've had a couple of ports of 60s, so that's probably what's translating to once it gets to the surface, because this is up there in tilt here with its with the beam 4,000 feet over here. Another Spirit Destroying has to be warned for tennis ball size hail and 70. So damage wins, and then also large hail being possible out of this too. But so far, I haven't seen too many hail ports so far. It's been mainly wind out of this. But I would imagine from the it being upgraded to tennis ball, it's probably because of this western section here, where we had this big old blob of blue. With the hail core there. Other than that, still, once again, mainly wind. I can only imagine. I mean, just looking at radar, I can only imagine how windy it is over here right now. I mean, where's okay? Tornado Pagey is the south of this right here. Ow, my hand! Like, moved my finger that in the direction that is not comfortable. Looks like we also no longer have that tornado warning in place now too. So we're now tornado warning list. But now it's a case of just well, as of right now, mainly wind right now. We'll be having to watch for any like brief spin up tornadoes. While I'm at it too, I will be right back because I do need to use the bathroom. All right. Okay, why is this lifting? Stay down. Chair thingamabobber. As another severe thunderstorm warning, SB for 60 mile per hour winds and nickel size hail. Where is that at? It's Hastings, Nebraska, so that's all the way up here. Or for both hail and 60, which, I mean, you can see where our hail would probably be, which would be along here. And then, well, looking at winds, got your winds going like that here. Also, there's not really any, well, it's not really a severe to watch up here. Because I mean, it's been mostly cloudy all day up here, and our warm front, our warm front never made it up this far either. Our mid-level lapse rates are pretty decent. What are low? Okay, doesn't want to switch to low level. Low level lapse rates. Wanna? Yeah. So let me go over. So here's the meso analysis, and yeah. So this is where it's been cloudy and showers and storms all day, pretty much. And our lower level lapse rates, which has changed the temperature, has not been super great. Let me go to visible satellite. So we'll go back 4 hours. This is taking a minute. Yeah, so you kind of see even 2 hours ago, not a whole lot clearing. And then, of course, our storm's going on right now with our evolving MCS here. A lot more cloud cover. So that's other than the warm front not being up there, it's yeah. Anything up north is gonna be mainly wind and hail. If anything does fire, which I mean, you do have storms and showers, and we got this one section here that's severe, but pulling down on my side of my short here, trying to adjust myself on my chair. That's also what I was trying to show earlier too with the outflow. So I can see all this right here, all outflow. That is some serious convergence with outflow. Holy though, that is serious. That is serious convergence. Don't know how many times I've seen outflow boundary and outflow boundary have that strong convergence. Like, holy. Also, I'm just going back and looking at this month here. This is the most active I've been since April in terms of like going live. All right, new tornado warning. I need to bring my stream back a little bit because I changed my setup here. So my mic was like sitting to the more right over here compared to like the middle where it's at now. I mean, you can see there is kind of some spin in there. It's gonna be hard to see where this rotation is at, though. Let me Let me go take a look at the on Weatherfront here. Let me go take a look at some Storm Chaser feeds on a different thing here. Yeah, this is gonna be even looking at Storm Chaser feeds, this thing's gonna be rain wrapped. Very rain wrapped with its rotation. I didn't realize there was a couple more reports that came in from earlier from when we had that tornado. Well, I saw there were more, but I didn't read them. Chaser saw brief tornado east of Highway 25. Let's see, tornado briefly spotted by Storm Chaser. Okay, it's made by radar. What's this one? From Imping, active tornado on the ground to the south of Achilles, Kansas. Hit my car, got thrown over 10 yards off the road, and there's a lot of debris. And ND, whatever got cut off there with the text. Let's see. Significant tree damage in Rexhard. Oh, my ear's starting to ring now. Oh. Okay, now it's gone again. Okay. I don't know what that was all about, but okay. My ear just randomly decided to, go. I. Oh my god. It's actually still doing it now, actually. Just not as loudly. Thankfully. There's a wind report there. 80 mile per hour winds measured well, this would be the 80 mile per hour wind report on NSSL Mesonet. So we got the National Severe Storms Laboratory out there with their trucks. Need water. The condense the tornado warning still has well, the severe dust warning itself, and then the tornado warning also has up to 10 ball size hail being possible. I like how okay, I go to the media news section on my Discord server, which by the way, all links are in the because I know because Nightbot's not gonna send anything because there's no chat messages being sent, but all links are there. So they got TikTok, which I barely use. You got podcast, quote unquote. I mean, there are some videos that are more audio like, but I upload some of my vlogs onto it, but we got WX Social, which doesn't really get used a whole lot, and then Twitter and all that stuff. But the Discord link to join the server is there as well on the thing. And then you got the Instagram, which when it comes to my socials, YouTube here on YouTube and then also Instagram are my most used. All right, new mesoscale discussion. So let's see. Cluster of elevated thunderstorms will continue to track southeast, posing a threat for large hail and strong winds. And they have watch probability at 40%. There's a chance. I have a feeling they probably will end up issuing this severe thunderstorm watch. Considering, I mean, this looks like this is, I mean, just considering, even though we don't have, an environment like this down here, we do have an environment that is at least conducive for hail and damaging winds up there. No, what have I not posted onto my Instagram from recent? I think I'm mostly mostly posted everything from recent in terms of weather. Yeah, because the last thing I posted on my Instagram was from 4 days ago with the lightning from the vlog I uploaded a couple days ago with the lightning, and then the other one which was the raid show. Or at least, well, the day of the raid show, but then experiencing winds from it. Which I don't know how strong those winds were. I knew they were definitely gusty though, no doubt. No doubt about that. Alright, another shooter's warning is before 80 mile per hour wind gusts and core size hail. And that's be this one right here. 80 mile per hour winds observed. Core size hail as well. Let's see. The Stormport, 2 overturned semi-trailers at this location due to high winds. And then there's your 91 mile per hour wind for it. Weather underground. Whatever this is. I think this is probably the model of the thing for the weather station there. Yeah, definitely starting to see. Well, we're still a couple hours away from the uh the next outlook, but we'll see what they do with the next outlook and the next. Well, let's hit 7 o'clock maybe with the next hour. Back is itching. What that was. Oh, okay, this just went confirmed. So we have a confirmed tornado. Emergency manager confirmed tornado 5 miles west of Selden and softball size hail. Moving south at 15 miles per hour. So we have a. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is some large hail with the. Let me take a look at CC. I don't know if we'll be able to see anything. I can definitely see where our area rotation is in right here, where it's kind of like spinning around like that. It's a new notification. Let me see what it is. Might be yeah, it's just the notification from National Service Tornado account with the tornado warning that just went observed. Another, well, this is a more recent one again here. 65 mile per hour wind report there. So waiting to see when that tornado report pops up here because we just this did just go observed a little bit ago. Oh, I just looked back at Tornado Page's stream. Yeah, when their windows got punched out by hail. I think. Let me see here. Yep, hail. Holy. It's another sphere storm at sea 6 mile per hour winds and quarter size hail. It's gonna be this one right here between Colorado and Kansas, from Cheyenne Wells, Burlington, and the Colorado side of things, and then Sharon Springs and Goodland in Kansas. I can definitely see the our convective outflow right here. That's I mean, it's still initiating storms now, but we'll be got bleh. Speak. Speak me. But yeah, we'll I have to watch for to see if that outflow makes this MCS like even longer here, because this is the case now. We're starting to see that MCS, which is that more linear mode of storms here. While we're at it too, I know that's confirmed. I think we looked at it earlier, but yeah, here's the tornado there for tomorrow. There's your wind, and then there's your hail. So yeah. One thing about tomorrow though is I mean, it's unlikely I'll be able to go live tomorrow because I'll have to be basically be doing family stuff tomorrow. So I mean if I do end up being live, it'd probably be later in the evening, perhaps. We'll have to see though. Would not be surprised if we get some more wind reports out of here, this section here. Actually let me check weather-wise, see if there's anything. Yeah, no. Oh, actually no, there is. There's a 6 mile per hour wind report here that hasn't popped up yet. I don't think on yeah, it hasn't popped up yet on the weather front yet. Wow, this is radar's updating real quick too, because that was a minute scan. Yeah, so the issue once again, the issues I was having earlier because I was on the wrong tilt, basically. basically. Let's see what the 60 mile per hour winds. Probably either between like 60, 70 mile per hour winds coming out of this here. And that's from outflow too, from storms. That's not even like regular storms yet. Well, technically the outflow is from storms, but like it's outflow damaging winds, I guess. I don't know how to explain it off the top of my head here, but where's the tornado report? I think this might be it here. 15 minutes ago. Uh, brief tornado touchdown from that. Brief tornado touched to the ground for at least a minute. That left it just west of Selden, Kansas, north of Rexford, Kansas. And a new surrender swing for ping pong size hail, 7 mile per hour winds. And there's a 91 mile per hour wind report. I'm having so many issues speaking today. It's concerning. There's some damage reports too. Looks like dust storm report actually. Interestingly,
Two of them, actually, from an hour ago. One all the way down here, blowing dust. Got a 80-mile-per-hour wind report all the way down here from 15 minutes ago. Yeah, there's also this there's a full loop and then clipped loop feature on here. Cancel that. Support full loop. This is MP4 as well. I can imagine this is not gonna be a small file either, considering it's MP4. Let's see how big this file's gonna be. Actually, let me go back 4 hours. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So now we could do the full loop. Now 139 frames. Jesus. All right. Cool. Yeah. This is either way. This is not gonna be a small file because once again, it's a MP4, and MP4s add up in file sizes. Like it'd be 10 seconds. It'll be like 20 megabyte. I mean, it depends on the quality, but still. All right. Save. Let's see. 41 megabytes. Yeah, figured. 41 megabytes. Also, they are starting to condense that tornado watch too. It looks like. All right, still got the tornado warning still going on. Still has the observer tag on it. Still have not really seen anything on CC, so we probably do have a tornado of some sort on the ground, but it's not super strong probably. Although I imagine there would probably be some trees that would probably pop in this area. I mean, there's buildings and stuff in this area, so we probably have a small tornado. Let me take a look at the one thing I want to take a look at too is satellite while we're at it. Oh boy, I forgot. I need this takes a little while to download frames on this too. And then you go all the way back from earlier and see all that clearing, and then all that cumulus bubbling up, and then we get our storms here, and here we are now. Actually, take a look at Sandwich, which I thought to see what our cloud tops are. What some of these are here. What is in my eye? Yep. A couple of hail ports popped up here. Tennis ball size hail ports from, I think both of these are from MPing. See, this is okay. This is the closest radar. I'm like, let me see if I can get if there's. I don't know if there's anything closer than the Goodland radar, so we can see anything on CC. Because hasn't been any. I mean, go back on losses here. You can kind of see it rotating around, and you see it rotating around here, crossing. Let's see what highway that is there. I don't think that's I-80. Because I know that's international, not international, national, like that's I-70, I think. I should know this would be it right here, this blue line. Let me go to maps real quick. Route markers. There we go. I don't know why that wasn't turned on. So yeah, I got I-70 right here. This is Highway 24 right here. I don't know why. I seriously don't know why I've never turned that on. When it's like right there. Alright, we got a new mesoskill discussion coming out in a second here. And that's also a new series this morning. This could be over here in Colorado. Once it pops up. There we go. Sets me for 60-mile-per-hour winds and core size hail. It's refreshing. Trying to get to the new mesoskill discussion. That's another spiritual strength. It's up here all the way in Texas, I think. No, it's LBF. Okay, I read that's the wrong office. No, LBF is up here. That's North Platte. With this spiritual strength right here, 60-mile-per-hour winds and core size hail. All right, new mesoscale discussion. So here we are. So 85 to 100, tornado 100, 125, hail quarter to golf ball. Severe wind spot is beginning with up to 100-mile-per-hour wind gusts likely. Developing rear inflow jet right here. So we are about to soon see in the case of damaging winds. I don't know what they're gonna. I don't know what's the next outlook when that comes out. I don't know if they're gonna like upgrade anything or just keep it at a 30% with Sig 1. Because I mean, this could be a case for like a 30% Sig 2. Just considering the damaging winds. Although I'm feeling that the this MCS is probably gonna make it down before the well, you can see this one big MCD, and then you got your tiny one right here. Let's see. Merging supercells recently formed 2 MCS. Last 30 minutes, multiple moisture costs over 90. Appreciable damage have reported in Colby, Kansas vicinity. Some Boeing tendencies have been over with MCS. KDCDC radar. I'm gonna sneeze in a second. Hold on. Or not. I do need to blow my nose though. Alright. Inbound velocity showing the onset of rear inflow jet developing with the aid of remnant supercell mesocyclones, which may be translated into bookend vortices. Spectral morphology unfolding within a highly favorable mesoscale setup with the MCS spout echo structure roughly traversing a retreating Bayer-Klink boundary. It's unstable atmosphere, lots of shear, bulk shear, for particular MCS leading line, several expected, and potentially 100. So, either way, messaging of a damaging MCS here. All right. Yeah, snack on something real quick. All right, yes. The summer solstice is tomorrow, which is the official start of summer. It's also Father's Day tomorrow as well, too.
It's a new tornado warning. That's radar indicated. So they aren't continuing this as observed, looks like. Tornado and baseball size hail, so damaging winds and then also tornado as well. Or at least a tornado threat, I should say, to be specific. News traders went, whoa, that's all the way over. That's over in Florida, I think. No, it's Georgia, actually. Never mind. And it's from a Posteg, too. The air rotation could be over near Moultrie there. Baseball size hail port there. I haven't seen the anything in terms of like softball size hail. In terms of like, well, I haven't seen a softball size hail ports. Let's see, is this how recent is this? 702, 79 mile per hour wind report there. Load the frames. Oh, my PC. Yeah, pimple or mosquito bite on my face. Definitely not mosquito bite. It's definitely a pimple. Severe dust warning has to be for 6 mile per wind gust. That's to be over in Wyoming. To be this very like southwestern section of it. Let's see. 9 minutes in this tornado warning. They haven't they haven't downgraded or anything, so I guess or probably gotta end up I'm guessing you're aligned that to expire out with that tornado warning that still has the observe tag on it.
That's one thing I haven't checked recently is the National Hurricane Center, but they haven't. I mean, there hasn't been any notifications on the Atlantic side of things. There is a what is this? It's 20% in Pacific. Otherwise, it's gonna be quiet again in the Atlantic for a little while. Because the last of all, I mean, we literally covered a couple days ago with the remnants of Arthur. And then the day before that was when Arthur was still. It was still. I think it was still in. It was still a. Um. Blanking here. It was still a tropical storm before going into a tropical depression. Yeah, looking at the ensembles on tropical tidbits, which let me take you guys over to that real quick. So here's the EPS. This is 12Z. So 7 in the morning. And yeah, the Atlantic still continues to have tropical storm potential there. Or deep Eastern Pacific, I should say, not the Atlantic. I just realized I'm not showing tropical tidbits. I have it on a whole different window. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. All right. All right, there we go. So here is what I was showing. Not showing, trying to show, but it wasn't showing on a stream. So here's EPS, and yeah, so you got your Eastern Pacific still active. What about the GFS? I imagine probably the same thing. Yeah, still basically the same. Same dealio on that, and then GEPS, which I think is a Canadian model, if I'm not mistaken. Then here's the AI version of the Euro here. And then we go over to Weather Nerds, which is another site that I use here. And we can look at that. And apparently Google model's showing like 2 things, which is barely a signal. Yeah, like looking at it's only showing up in the 18Z, nothing before that. I can imagine the GFS is probably gonna have a boatload of them, or not. Actually, surprisingly, a lot of like some tropical stuff looks like it's going on, but these are probably signals for if any like lows form off of the front, and then they detach themselves from the front and then go out. But either way, not expecting too much in the way of anything tropical for a long while in the Atlantic side of things. We know we have that confirmed tornado warning. And they did end up issuing another severe dust watch, it looks like. 25, 70, 60 for wind. 30, 30 for hail. So they have increased the wind probabilities, likely due to the MCS over here. And then also whatever's going on up here in Nebraska. Let's see here. Clusters of severe storms are forecast to move into the watch area this evening, continuing to overnight. Severe gusts will likely accompany more intense thunderstorms with their outflow along the leading gust front. Severe gusts ranging from 60 to 80 are possible. Large hail may also occur with the stronger thunderstorm cores. Little jet intensifies this evening. A linear cluster evolves. Tornado 2 is possible, which will be embedded within the squall line.
see here. Where is it at? Well, there's that. I'll look at that. I'm looking for where the climate prediction center thing is at for tropics. All right, new severe storm is before 80-mile-per-hour winds, which is this right here. Tornado pause tag and 3-inch size hail observed. Ah, there we go. Found it. So here's what the Climate Prediction Center put out for global tropic hazards for the Atlantic and Eastern Pacific. See, we have this big red blob over here in the East Pacific and nothing in the Atlantic, of course. Which, I mean, if we do see anything in terms of more activity later in the year, I would probably say, I mean, I don't know. Well, I mean, we're months out, so I don't know if we'll see anything during like October and all that, but because October and September are your peak months for hurricane season. So here is the basically what shows the shear in your environment here, and yeah, I can see a lot of shear. There were not a favorable pattern for anything tropical in the Atlantic. Three-inch size hail. Spot report baseball size hail near Seguin. So it was that baseball size hail report from earlier, probably. That or well, for the reason why that went one for 3-inch size hail, and then of course our damaging wind threat is kind of given with our some of these reports that we've been seeing. Here's your tornado report here. 703 social media report video of tornado touching down. Also, we're about half hour from the next categorical outlook. And then also another thing, I didn't show the probabilities for Monday, but there is a sick one out here. Probably for wind and probably either for wind or hail. Holy lengthy report. All right. This is from 6 minutes ago. 5:50 p.m. Mountain Time, while traveling through Bethune, Colorado, I briefly observed a disorganized funnel, upward rising motion and rotation with a storm approximately 7 miles to my south. My observer coincided with a brief velocity couple on radar. Cannot confirm whether it was a tornado on the ground or not due to thus being kicked up by rain, kicked up and rain currents. That was at 7:24 Central Time there with that report. Interesting. All right. That's a quite the report. That's quite the lengthy report there. Holy. I mean, it gives more information to the National Service, but man. New Mississippi discussion again. That's before the severe storms and showers up here. The narco convection continues to pose a near-term threat for wind. That's going to be going into South Dakota and Nebraska. I imagine they're probably going to end up extending the severe dust watch for that, maybe. We'll see.
I saw a tweet from Ashton. Stay out of that corner. 110-mile-per-hour wind-driven softballs. Don't recommend. Wow. That that's definitely not a that's not definitely something you don't want to be outside in right about now. Definitely want to be inside, considering considering we have damaging winds, but then we also have a hail threat alongside it. Definitely don't want to be outside. Definitely want to be away from windows for sure. And especially in the case that we're seeing right now with this MCS that's making its way southeast. We've had quite a few reports already with over 80 and over 70 as well. See what we got on here. Curious. See what just kind of comparing things between weather-wise and then weather front here. Which I mean, for the most part, I mean they're pretty much 1-to-1 in terms of reports. There's this wind report here that just popped over near Goodland. Trying to click on it. Healthy tree had side branch split off at base. Definitely still see. We go to velocities, you can still see the outflow right here. Keeping my eye on this section here, because this is what's been producing tornadoes and getting tornado warned for a little while now. Hold on 1 second. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta break something upstairs. Oh, I just hit my side of my foot.
All right, I'm back. Ugh. Now, one thing I'm gonna do, since we don't have anything confirmed and whatnot, I'm gonna put together a new what did I use for this audio? All right, so I'm gonna put together a bunch of okay, definitely not that. I'm trying to figure out because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the gotta change the sound. I'm gonna change the audio track of my BRB screen. Definitely not that genre. What about this? Okay, because I know I have. Can I get something without like voices in it? Maybe. I know. Kevin MacLeod has. I think it's literally called local forecast or something. Yeah. Whether or not I want to, use that. I know. I mean, I would use MacLeod stuff, but that's 3. I'm gonna make it at 4 songs. All right. Yeah, that's definitely contamination right there. Some anti-aliasing issues probably though.
All right, let me switch back to this, and I'll give you guys this. Okay. All right, there we go. I think we have a new spiritual swing. Yep, 80 mile per hour winds and quarter size hail. To be this right here. Observed 80 mile per hour winds. See what this is. Probably was from something from earlier, probably with that one though. Although there's this one here, 647, but I don't think that was there. It needs there's probably something a little bit more recent than that one. Let me see here. Probably this here with 78 mile per hour wind gust report. But I just looked back over the tornado page stream. A lot of duct tape and cleanup looks like it's going on over there after the hail that happened there. And Bryce has got glass in his hand. Oh no. That's a new spiritual swing, which is up in Nebraska. 10-5 for tornadoes, 50-10 for wind, 40-30 for hail. So still mainly wind and a hail threat up that way.
see here. Trying to see how organized this is here. Well, this is definitely still pretty organized because this is a complex that's been going for a little while. This area I'm watching for right here. See if this merges with this here. That decided to go whatever that just that decided to do whatever it did there. Alrighty then. This stuff Tornado does not. I'm like, which ones have Tornado Pasta and which ones don't? I think this is the only severe dust warning with Tornado Pasta on it right now, I think. Let me see. Yeah. That's the only one with Tornado Pasta on it. No, we don't have anything else that has Tornado Pasta on it. Which is, I mean, it's a little, I would say a little bit surprising. But let me take a look at the meso analysis real quick, see where, or at least get an idea where our little jet's at. Oh, it's actually right there. Okay. Oh, maybe, I mean, I wouldn't say we aren't going to see a tornado threat. Because, I mean, we've already had a couple tornadoes from our MCS, but I feel like we might see the tornado threat's probably going to be a little bit more isolated than what could possibly happen here. Snacking on grapes while I'm at having something that's at least healthy for once today. I don't know what my throat. Alright, got 5 minutes on this tornado warning, and then from there we'll, at least for now, be tornado warning list. We also got a new mesoscale discussion coming out. New severe dust warning for 6-mile-per-hour winds. Be over here in between, actually in Nebraska. Actually, I was about to say between
South Dakota and Nebraska, but that's not the case with those two warnings because they're from two different separate offices. I think this one's Cheyenne. I had to guess, right? Yeah, and then this one would be Rapid City right here. Holy anti-aliasing issues right now. I mean, what is that? It's like literally a block of green and black of like orange. Oh no. My laptop is about to die. It needs battery. Oh, alright, there we go. That was that could have happened. That happened. That could have happened. I don't know. Whatever the word I guess for that. I'm so curious. I mean, well, actually, no, I know. I've read that from earlier what that why it's more for 3 inch because of the baseball size hail port. Other than that, we haven't seen too much in the way of I don't know if we've had any new wind reports. I know we haven't had any new hail so far. I don't know if we've had any new wind though in a recent like past half hour or so. I haven't seen anything new. I mean, there's this new there's this wind report actually. This is the most recent one actually over near well, the station over in Goodland at the National Service office there. New business skill discussion is ow. All right. Also, new outlook. All right, I said the outlook should be coming out soon too. 6580 $half to tennis ball size hail. Large hail and damaging wind speed will be possible this evening. So we got a hail and damaging wind up there too. Looks like. New severe dust warning 70 and $half size hail. Oh, excuse me. All right. Still, I'm looking at the IEM right now on top, so I guess we'll see what they do with the next outlook, which is the O100 Z outlook. We'll see if they maintain the enhanced risk or if they upgrade something. We'll have to see. So just keeping my eye on. Wait, what is this? Is this from the flash flood emergency from yesterday? Not yesterday, 2 days ago now. Oh no, what? Oh, it was yesterday. Wait, what the? Hold on. No, yeah, 2 days ago. Oh, it was up. It continues flash. They continued the flash flood emergency in Mississippi till like probably like 2, 3, 4 in the morning Central Time. That's a late night. That's a late night flash flood emergency there. That might be the outlook that just came out. Yeah, they're maintaining at an enhanced risk. I'll have to see what the specific hazards look like. And then enhanced risk is pretty much all in Kansas is where they highlighted that. Which I mean, I guess is not super surprising, but all right, now wait for that to fully come out now. Seeing the IEM notification, now wait for it. Well, I mean, I just did just say it already, but now to wait for the actual like outlook to come out here. Mesh is already out on here, but no, it's not on here yet. New Spirit Rush 1 SP4 7 mile per hour winds and core size hail. I think there's 2 new ones. I think. Wait, what is this other one here? Oh, wait, that was wrong from earlier. All right, so this is a new one. Tornado possible 7 mile per hour winds and core size hail. This does have the. There's this one triangle here that's severe industrial warning list there. But they that should add the tornado postic on that with this section here. There's a flash flood report. Over 1 inch of water flowing through ditch line, not level with road. 4 inch of flowing water in parking lot. Also, we no longer have a tornado warning now. I don't think we've had a tornado warning in a while now. I've probably just been blind and or not. I wouldn't say blind, but not paying attention. Oh no, it just got canceled out. Never mind. It's got to put ongoing MCS in Kansas because I mean that is what's going on right now. Holy, more aliasing issues going on here. That's very yellow right here. Yeah, that's what aliasing issues look like on radar, by the way. Let's see. See if this thing gets updated on the site itself. Or it's just completely it's gonna be completely broken. Okay, let me go to the partner site, I guess. If it's up, I don't know how if it's updated on there yet, but we'll see. They actually expanded the 5% area for tornadoes Hail area is smaller. Wind is about in the same area, kind of in the same area. But yeah, so they expanded the tornado threat area. Let me see if okay, it's actually loaded on here. So here's what our outlook looks like. A lot more areas within the 5% down here in Kansas. Here's our 30%, which is relatively, I think, in the same areas. And then our hail threat, 30% got shrunk down to over here in Kansas. But otherwise, still a damaging wind threat and some hail still being possible too. Looks like. Ping pong size hail report over here near Hastings. It looks like. Come on, wind reports over here. I think there's a more recent. I think 728, 729. One is 84 mile per hour report, and then the other is a 76. Yeah, you can see the other complex starting to kind of merge in with the MCS here. Apparently, the Fairbanks radar is down. Or if you have text line, apparently that one. I don't think that's another thing I haven't showed yet on the stream here is the excessive rainfall look. Well, there is a moderate for excessive rainfall between Nebraska, Kansas, and Missouri here, and a bit of Iowa too. And then a slight surrounding that. And tomorrow we have a moderate between Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. And then day 3 we have this long slight risk going from down here in Oklahoma and Texas all the way up to New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. And then day 4 we have Marshall. Same thing with day 5. So we got 2 days here. And as both those, I mean, both of these are kind of relatively same areas here. And then it's your disturbance there in the Pacific, Eastern Pacific, with the 020. Looks like southeastern Florida finally getting some rainfall down there. Because they haven't gotten proper rainfall in a while. This I imagine we probably have we have outflow here that this is initiating. See this Boeing outflow right here over near Miami. That's been initiating the storms and showers there. That's making its way it's making its way south towards Key Largo there. Let's see. Okay, this is the East Orbit Center site one. Ooh, maybe. Perhaps. Maybe. Other than outside of day 3, there's not really anything highlight for severe. Although in the day 8, well, mostly beyond day 8 is worth noting that deterministic ensemble and AI guidance all indicate a strong jet streak and middle trough, traversing the Rockies towards the end of next weekend and into early next week. Strong lee cyclone, so potentially some severe weather in northern plains again. And upper Midwest. So I guess we'll see when we get closer to those days. I guess we'll see what that brings. Because I mean, if we're talking about the North Plains in Upper Midwest, we're talking like Dakotas. We got Minnesota and Wisconsin too, northern Wisconsin for severe threat. That just well, it's gonna be just a matter of actually getting closer to the event and then getting more mild data and see what's going in and do a bunch of obviously forecasting and whatnot till we actually get closer to it, but I guess we'll see what happens from there. I will be right back. I'm going to use the bathroom. Enjoy the new music. All right, I'm back. If I was gone for a little longer than that, you probably do hear the like 3 others. Well, there's 4 songs on a combined track I made or put together, I should say. Using music from the YouTube studio, because with YouTube studio, there's a lot of music you can use from there, and won't really have to worry about copyright, which is nice. Well, it's one of the reasons why I use like even for my because I don't know how many of you seen anybody new or current. I don't. There's two videos on my channel, which is the roundup videos, and one was 2024, one was last year, and I used a lot of music from the YouTube studio because it's free to use. It's there. So, I mean, you kind of have to sift through music to try and find the ones you obviously like. I mean, it kind of goes for anything, but so there's a good selections in there for what you want in terms of music. And then there's also other sites too outside of YouTube Studio. So you got like Ben Sound and all that. I think Epidemic Sound. I can't remember if Epidemic Sound is it does the same thing like Ben Sound, where it's like royalty free music. That's one thing I need to can that recycle bin open maybe? Because there's because you have a bunch of different clients that are like client sided type of mods for Discord to get like their Discord and all that. I had one that was installed, but then I removed the installer off my PC and then it disabled everything I had, so I don't know where it's at now. With the that specific install. I probably could just find it though. Equicord. Yeah. Alright. I guess I'll install that, I guess. Run anyway. Install. Or failed to install the latest Equicord build from get bro. There we go. Now I can actually install it and then do whatever. Oh, and all my stuff saved. Okay, that's actually nice. New plugin settings, one I already have installed. GIF maker. Oh, now streamer mode decides it wants to work. Great. Okay, hangnails on my finger here. Like, get off of me. All right, there we go. Now that's got that's gone now off my finger. Finally.
Got two different outflow well, I got two things of outflow here that are I got clash. What is happening up there? Here's a more recent report here. Wind report, 6 mile per hour winds. Weather link saying Quinter report 60. Mile per hour wind gust. And this cable for my mic is getting tangled. Great. New serious warning is beyond this up here. These for ping pong size hail and 6 mile per hour wind gust. See, it's starting to bow out a little bit more. Got a couple bows here. Although this is the more this is the section here that's the most concerning here. Since that's the well, it's the part of the MCS that's been producing the the section that's been producing the damaging wind gusts we've been seeing for a while now.
Why is it so like crazy? I can imagine we probably have quite the shelf on us. I mean, I've already seen a couple of storm chasers post some photos on us. There is actually a shelf flood on us. I don't know what I'm talking about, but there is quite the shelf flood on us. So that yeah, but yeah, yeah. All right, so I guess we'll take a look at some stuff for tomorrow. So we'll take a look at the NAM. Take a look at the 500 mil bar. So we got this troughing going in, and this is tomorrow afternoon. And you can see we have this dip here. Let me look at the 700, see what we got. Yeah, we do have a shortwave there, and I can imagine what does our dew points looks like here. Imagine is probably where our warm front will probably sit, depending on our morning convection, because we have another situation where we'll have a morning MCS, and that will pass up for where the warm front will sit if we have an outflow boundary and all that. And we can only zoom in a little bit here, and you can see this is. I mean, you get your dew points in the 50s and all that, but the warm front seems like, at least with the NAS modeling here, seems like it'll be sitting somewhere in central Illinois potentially here. What about the HRRR? Over mixing probably, and a wrap, which actually is a triple point set up here. And this is what the dam was showing yesterday as well. Which the wrap puts the warm front a little bit more north than the NAM, I will say. About the NAM nest, it's about nearly the same as I would say kind of the wrap, but still kind of follows in the path. Actually, no, it's the NAM nest is similar to the wrap actually. Interestingly enough. What else we got? Actually, let me go back real quick here. Pull this back up. See what I mean. The ARRR, I mean, hasn't been super great this year, but we'll take a look. So there's your MCS. So going into this evening, overnight hours, and evening into overnight hours, and yeah, there's your MCS and the ARRR. It's kind of clustered in a way too. Looks like, and this goes into Monday here, Monday morning. So I mean, wind and hail probably be the main threats again. Probably a few tornadoes, couple probably being strong, if anything. What was that wrap? Vorticity. See what the rising motion looks like here. Yeah, that's gonna be the rising. Not it's not super strong vorticity, but it is there. That section here with the strong vorticity. That's gonna be probably where a low sets up. Probably, I would have to imagine. Feel like the name's probably overdoing vorticity, probably, because that's a lot. Surprisingly, we haven't had any new Spiritus warnings yet. Although I imagine this is probably re-strengthened at some point down the line. I mean, these are both warned for 70 right now, still with one pause tag, but and this is our Boeing segment here still. So new mesoscale discussion. Alright, so here's a new mesoscale discussion. Greatest short-term threat. Severe wind gusts, some 75 plus miles per hour remain likely through at least L4Z, which is 10 o'clock. Yeah. I'm like, I saw two different windows open, but I think that was one was Twitter. What I was seeing with double that. And there's the new Spirit destroying SV over here actually. SV for 70 mile per hour. No, it's not gonna be for 70, that's gonna be for 60 mile per hour winds there.
Oh, we got a tornado warning all the way up here. When did this get issued? Hold on, let me see. Oh, this recently just got issued, actually. So we go until 9:15. And this area, I think, was just in a tornado watch earlier, too. And this appears to be hooking on to outflow, it looks like, too. Or it is trying to. Might have the same situation with this. Okay, this discrete cell here. That is hooking a little bit more. I mean, it's been hooking for a while, looks like. Definitely, yeah, I have to keep an eye on us. What's the last 3 minutes ago? On velocities there. Nothing on CC as far as I can tell. I'm guessing, yeah, most storm chasers, I mean, obviously, are going to be ahead of the storm, but. Yeah, I think for the most part, other than obviously the cell up here in Colorado, I think for the most part, we're definitely going to be seeing mainly a wind threat for the most part. Maybe a couple tornadoes here and there.
I wonder if is there anyone up here? Let me see. Where is it at? Why am I blanking so hard right now? There we go. Okay, so yeah, there's quite a few spotters up here. All right. Adjust how I'm sitting in my chair again here. I mean, definitely we have some rotation. That is a weird looking circle I just made there, but yeah, this is still hooking. Well, still has a hook on it. Hook echo. And it still has rotation on it. This is still going for another about half hour still. This is the this is the only tornado. This is the only tornado warning cell I've had in probably a while, I would say. This includes anywhere northeast of Grover, Colorado here. Let me see. I don't know what the population is in this 98. Population 98 in this tornado warning here. New spirit, that's a long spirit warning. Holy. This could be this one right here. And this is the second round of damaging winds as well, because we had this line over here go through earlier. Now we have another one going through. So we're gonna have not probably we're gonna probably gonna have twice the damaging wind reports or damaging wind reports, but also just wind reports there in Wyoming. Most of our, I would say most, but I wonder if it's kind of split between the two with our wind reports between the storms down here in Kansas, but then also our wind reports over here in Wyoming. I don't know if there's a way to kind of specifically check that. Would be interesting to like have a way to like split or like have highlight a state and then show the amount of reports in that state, and then you can kind of compare the two, I guess. That'd be kind of interesting and cool. And actually kind of helpful too, I guess, in a way. I don't know, although I don't know how helpful it'd be specifically, but just be kind of something just kind of screw around with, I guess. New tools to screw around with. Wonder, because I know it's been raining for over here for a little while now, but let me see what the rain, the storm total accumulation. About a couple, like about 2 inches in some areas. Some areas over here are a little bit more than that, maybe like 3 to 5 inches in some areas. In this corridor here, going from like Broken Bow all the way to Beat Rice and Nebraska there. Let's see. Sounding analysis here. 0-0 UTC. Let's see. Yeah, that's also another reason why we have a wind threat outlined for today. So let me bring you guys over to the soundings page. So as you can kind of see, let me show a better example here. So you got inverted V here, and this is kind of a typical sound you would see, at least on the skew T side of things, which shows your temperature and dew points and low free condensation and all that. You see, it's dry here in this section of the lowest, or at least not the lowest level, but your boundary layer here. It is a little bit elevated, as you kind of see. It starts here. See, because I mean, it's a little bit more elevated out here compared to probably like let's go over here. Yeah, so you can see you got elevation factors into some of this too. See here. Yeah, it's even a little slower over here near Kansas City here. This is Topeka right here with this sounding, but yeah, I see inverted V essentially. Even here too in Oklahoma. News trailer swing is be for 6 mile per hour winds and core size hail. Be up here. So this one right here. I think this would be another cell to watch for here that has that's gonna be probably something to watch for with the tornado threat too. It looks like probably. Use bathroom quick. Heck. Oh, I think they condensed this tornado warning. It looks like potentially. Let me see here. Yeah, yeah. Now population of 71 instead of 98. $6 per wind and $half size hail. Looking at latest scan, Flectivity's not looking like much lost these. I mean, that's probably not actual rotation in there. That's from 7 hours ago with that MCD. Other than that, not really anything. Other than this, I mean, other than this tornado warning and some severe dust warnings, not really anything new so far. New Surge 20 SP4, 7 mile per hour winds, and core size hail. So they dropped the tornado pulse tag, it looks like. Question is, are they? The cell's still in the tornado warned area, but they got canceled out this tornado warning, or they got lag expire out. Hailport, golf ball size hail. All right. Let's see. Check on our tornado warning here. 15 minutes left on it. May actually, looking at late scan, maybe a tiny area rotation there, but you've used 100 gigabytes of data. Yeah, wow, no, really.
This storm's pretty much, I would say, pretty much moved out of the tornado warned area. Couple of hail ports there. All right, well, I think that's be good for this evening stream. Don't know if I'll be live tomorrow. Probably not, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, have multiple ways to get alerts. Yeah, they just issued severe alert warning for this. No tornado policy on it. So I guess they're allowing this tornado warning expire out, I guess. But yeah, have multiple ways to get alerts. Whether it be with your phone. If you got a weather radio, make sure that has batteries or plugged in. All that jazz, I guess you could say. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Don't know when it'll be. I'll let you guys know. And yeah, stay safe out there. Have multiple ways to get alerts.